Hello, this is Verd from AmongRuins, and I'm about to answer some questions from Death Metal Promotion. Awesome channel. So, introduce. Yes, I play bass and sing. Thanos and Alex are on guitars, and Nick is on drums. Okay, question number 2. The significance behind the name AmongRuins. Well, it started off as an idea because the band began in the crisis and it felt like we were living among ruins. It was a psychological aspect to that, but also it's the ruins of our past that we live among, and we still feel that we are not living up to the deeds of our ancestors. So what we have to show is the ruins in which we live among, and also in which we were created as a band, and drawing from that tradition, but also doing this social commentary, which we also employ a lot in our lyrics, helped decide the name of the band. Land of the Black Sun. The process is not much different than any other musician I will tell you. The only, let's say, different part is that we had all the time of the world because we worked with it in the COVID lockdown, and we weren't really doing anything else in terms of music. Of course, we all had our jobs, but yeah, music-wise, it gave us a chance to work a lot with new material, new ideas, and not have the pressure or any other distracting things for the band. So that's why I think we did the best work we've done so far. Okay, next question. The themes and emotion are pretty much the same. There is some social and religious commentary, but also, and the basic thing for us is that we have felt everything we're writing about. Something has somehow happened to us. Most of the lyrics are very personal, but as I always say, I like to write on a more open for interpretation kind of way, so anyone can find him or herself in that concept without being necessarily the same. That is the reason why I wrote it, or Thanos wrote some lyrics. You might have a totally different reason for doing that, but if this elicits some emotion to you, then that's what we're aiming. So we always use words that come from something we have actually felt. That's something that's real. Otherwise, we're not really writing any lyrics. The cover art was done by Nikos Stavridakis, a great friend of ours for many years. I know that he has a huge musical and literary background, so I didn't really have to explain a lot of stuff to him. He listened to the demos, he already was in the mood. I just explained a few things about the concept, but it was very easy for him because we have been doing a lot of discussions throughout the years concerning more esoterical stuff, more occult stuff, mystical stuff, so it was very easy to him to grasp the concept of the Black Sun and this mystical and mythical, let's say, entity of its own in the sky and above the land that is always ready to explode, but also ready to give something new, or just stay in the state of destruction and never give something back. So it's something weird, something that creates this anxiety and solitude, but also some hope of redemption. And I think he portrayed it very well in his art. Theogonia Records is awesome. It is our family now. This album, production-wise, was not influenced because it was already complete, and we sent a mastered copy to the label. But then the label has helped a lot with booking shows, directing everything, promotion-wise, release-wise. They helped us with our videos. They basically have been doing everything for the band since we signed with them, and we're very, very happy for that. But of course, we'll be more in touch when it comes to doing the fourth album of the band. Yes, it is still crucial, although many people say that's not anymore because you can do a lot of stuff yourself, and many people do it quite good. But a label is always, like a safe net. There are some professional people behind you, supporting you, helping you with moving forward, doing every step more correctly, and they always help with distribution more and promotion more, and it generally creates a more professional, let's say, environment for the band, and with the image the band shows outside to other people that we work with. So I think it's still very, very important to have a label. I actually started listening to melodic death metal, the Swedish scene, quite early, like 99, something like that. And this was also my entrance to death metal. So it was Dismember, Hypocrisy, Early in Flames, Early Dark Tranquility, At the Gates. And I started very early to my metal initiation. These bands came very, very quickly, so I kind of skipped the whole classical, as we say, 80s, new wave, AOR stuff. Of course, I listened to that stuff along the way, but yeah, I started almost immediately with melodic death metal scene, and this is why it's my most favorite genre of metal, and what influences me the most still, and has a very big emotional impact, let's say, lyrically and musically, of course. Change about the music industry. Well, I think what we lack now is that there's not so much belief in the bands anymore. Someone that can support a little more actively the bands, especially at their first steps, where it's very difficult, and the competition is insane, and the bands are so many and so good, really. So if all those bands have a chance to start off with not so much pressure and talking about money and how we make a living, and still manage to get the band going and keep it going. Some decades ago, it was much easier. The labels paid more money for your recordings, your production, your videos, your travels, everything. Now it's not so easy, and I understand why, and I don't blame anyone, of course, but I think if you think of it budget-wise, if you start thinking, okay, instead of this amount, let's have this amount as a standard, and every business deal and opportunity starts with this standard, then you can easily go higher and give out more quality with your work and to your fans and everyone around the band. Epic fails. I haven't happened to us, nor any band I've been playing with or seen live or tour with. I've heard some stuff I cannot share here, and it wouldn't be truthful because you ask for my experience. So no epic fails I've seen. Movies, yeah, actually, music all the time. Of course, I can't even start mentioning stuff. But yeah, actually, the series Terror has a very deep impact on me. The series Terror, the first season especially, and movies, movies like The Witch, The Lighthouse, Dune. Those have really, really deeply impressed me. I don't know if they are considered so recent, but for me they are recent because I really, really like old stuff. So, yeah, I think it's fair to call them recent. My thoughts on the future of death metal. Actually, my thoughts on the future of the extreme metal as a whole is that it's the more prosperous and most easy area, let's say, of metal to evolve and always produce new and fresh stuff. It's easy to have very good combinations with other sounds, and this is why death and black metal have so many subgenres, and you can combine so many things so good, and always be fresh, always be new, always have a new proposition for the fans and fans of music. I mean, not your band especially, but it's always good to suddenly encounter something and say, whoa, this is something I've never heard before, or this is still very good. I think in extreme metal, you can encounter bands like these much more easily. So I think, yeah, there's a huge future to death metal, melodic death metal, black metal, post black metal, everything. In the older stuff, not so much, I think. Yeah, and combining with your next question, Athens was always one of the biggest cities, in my opinion, for black and death metal. We have insanely good bands here. Brutal death, melodic death, thrash death, black death, whatever you call it. So many good musicians, so many good bands. And I think since the very early years, and after Rotting Christ started carrying the torch, since the 90s we have an amazing death and black metal scene. Well, favorite death metal album? For me, it would be Slaughter of the Soul at the Gates. It was groundbreaking, it was mind-blowing. The production is insane, the vocals are insane, the compositions are insane, the playing is at a fucking insane level. So, and the artwork, oh my god. So, yeah, I think. And it's also highly influential for the scene. But yeah, a great personal favorite. The future, we have actually a very big gig in Athens here coming up in 2 weeks. And then starting from January, we will be touring in other cities of Greece and many, many countries abroad, many festivals. Some tours are at the plans at the moment. Some other smaller tours are already been booked. So we are very thrilled to be on the road a lot next year. And hopefully at the end of 24, we start recording the demos for the fourth album. So yeah, it will be a full year. We're very happy, very eager to do all that stuff. And I hope, of course, to meet all of you guys along the way, along the road, any gigs, or to talk to you in messages and emails. If you want to be in touch or have anything you need from us. And of course, the awesome death metal promotion subscribers. It's a fucking great channel. Keep supporting, keep subscribing, and keep checking all the fresh and new stuff coming there. These guys are fucking awesome, and thank you so much for this interview.